What's up, guys? It's Connor Christensen with David Brook of AdventuresInPortComics.com.
Woo-hoo! Lisa behind the camera.
Whoop. We are in beautiful sunny San Diego for San Diego Comic-Con 2018. We are incredibly excited. It's the best week of the year. It's Christmas in July. We also have a very special announcement. We are no longer doing AIPT's 5 and 5. Instead, we are doing the new show, Pull This, where I talk about the 5 comics you should pick up for the week, every Wednesday, mostly on time, except for when I forget to do it, which rarely happens. So without further ado, the inaugural episode of Pull This at San Diego Comic-Con. All right, coming in at number 5 this week, we have Life of Captain Marvel, number 1, written by Margaret Stoll, drawn by Carlos Pacheco. Marvel's been killing it with their number 1s lately, and I'll be honest, I've been poking a lot of fun at them. And it hasn't really been coming from a place of love. It's been coming from a place of annoyance, but I'll eat my words. The number 1s have been solid with the exception of maybe Deadpool. The rest have kicked ass. So I'm very excited to see what Captain Marvel does in the life of Captain Marvel. Listen, I've never been the biggest Captain Marvel fan. My biggest experience with her is Civil War II, and she's kind of a stone cold asshole fascist in Civil War II. She's not an enjoyable character. So I kind of need that Captain Marvel palate cleanser in my life, and I feel like this is going to be it. With how good Marvel's been with their number 1s and how great of a writer Margaret Stoll is, I feel like this is going to be the series that changes my mind on Carol Danvers. And if it doesn't, Carlos Pacheco's got great art. He's touched every great Marvel series this year. So, you know, it's going to be great. Pick it up. At number 4 this week, we've got Die, 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 number 1, written by Robert Kirkman and Scott Gimple, drawn by Chris Burnham and Scott Fairbairn. Got it right.
Nope.
No,
Nathan Fairbairn.
Nathan Fairbairn. San Diego Comic-Con 2018 surprise. New series from Robert Kirkman. That's right, people. A new number 1 from Robert Kirkman, the man behind The Walking Dead, Oblivion Song, Outcast, Invincible. So many great comic book hits. He surprised us all with a new number 1 this week. And it's not just him writing it, it's his special production partner from The Walking Dead, former showrunner, former show writer, Scott Gimple. The guy kicks ass. I can't wait to see what these two do together. The story itself sounds super rad. It's basically, goes like this. Bad people exist. Bad people who ignore international borders. Bad people who break United Nations law. Bad people who don't return shopping carts to their designated receptacles in parking lots. Bad people. What do those bad people deserve? To die, die, die. That's all this book is about. It's about a United States secret organization that sends assassins out to kill bad people. Not only is it going to be really cool and really funny and features a badass cover that's literally soaked in blood, it sounds like it's going to be a commentary on American exceptionalism as a whole and why we as a nation always have to stick our noses in fucking everything. So I'm excited. Can't wait to see what Kirkman does. It's going to be a killer book. Check it out.
Reach.
Coming in at number 3 this week, we have Weatherman number 2, written by Jody LaHoop and drawn by Nathan Fox. Weatherman number 1 completely flew under the radar for me last week. I only picked it up because somebody on Twitter said it was super rad, and I was like, hey, that looks like an interesting book. I'll read it, and oh my God, was it rad. It's honestly, it's one of those books that you think is going to be stupid because of the title, and it kicks ass. The Weatherman is a mixture of all different genres. It's got a little bit of black comedy, it's got sci-fi, it's a little bit post-apocalyptic. The plot is pretty sweet. Basically think Bruce Almighty mixed with Titan AE. Side note, Titan AE, how is that a kid's movie? It's about the end of the world, and it's a very dark movie. Rewatch that movie after you watch this, and you'll realize it's very dark, very depressing. It should not be a kid's movie. Somebody should remake it for adults. That's all I'm saying. End of tangent. Anyway, definitely pick up Weatherman number 2. It's a kick-ass book. It's funny. It's dark. It's everything you want. And you know what? I know it's number 3, but fuck it. It gets the Connor stamp of approval this week. I'm telling you, you got to pick it up. You're going to love it. At number 2 this week, we've got The Wildstorm number 15, written by Warren Ellis and drawn by John Davis Hunt. Hey, this may be a new show name, it may be a different format, but I made you all promise, if The Wildstorm is getting released, it's making it on to this list. This series is the fucking tits. The Wildstorm has been fantastic ever since it debuted a year and a half ago. Warren Ellis is taking the original series and he's taking it to completely new heights, creating a completely chaotic, conspiracy-laden corporate espionage, Cold War style story, soaked in sci-fi and blood. John Davis Hunt is creating the best art in the game right now. When you read the book, it's like you're reading the storyboard of a John Wick flick. It's fucking sweet. I cannot recommend this book enough. I absolutely love it. I look forward to it every month. It's always my favorite book of the week. If I could give 2 Connor stamps, I'd give it to this too. But if we only get 1, it's going to the Weatherman. But if we had like a second stamp, it'd be a smaller one. It would go on the Wildstorm.
Oh my God,
15.
we should just
Pick it up. All right, and coming in at number 1 this week, a repeat from 2 weeks ago. We've got Batman number 51, written by Tom King and drawn by Lee Weeks. Now, if you were lucky enough not to have Batman number 50 spoiled, good for you. It was a hell of a book. I cannot believe Catwoman didn't go through with it. Fuck it, I spoiled it. If you haven't read it yet, you're shit out of luck. Anyway, this book picks up in the aftermath as Bruce Wayne tries to pick up his life. And what always happens while you're trying to pick your life back together? Fucking jury duty happens, and that's what happens to Bruce Wayne. Doesn't sound that exciting, right? Wrong, because he is on the case of Mr. Freeze. So you've got Batman the Dark Knight and Bruce Wayne both targeting Mr. Freeze in different aspects of his life while he's dealing with the fact that the love of his life left him at the altar. He's gonna be bummed, he's gonna be brooding. It's gonna be awesome. So definitely our number one pick of the week, gotta check it out. All right, from all of us at the Adventures in Poor Taste family, keep it with us this week. We'll be at Comic-Con all week bringing you coverage, booth tours, interviews, maybe a special 5 and 5. I don't know if I'll have time. That's not a joke, that's a fact. Don't forget to subscribe, share, tag the creators on Twitter, do everything you want to do with this. Make fun of me in the comments. Let us know how you like the new name change. And we'll see you guys next week and the whole week at Comic-Con.